Righto, well here we are up in the top section of the paddock. I'm bought a whole lot of plants. I'm just about to plant them. I'll give you a wrap up of what's happened since the last video, and I've probably got to be quick because I think the memory on the phone's not too high, so this is probably going to be a pretty crappy video anyway. So look, just going in this wild plants of Greater Brisbane and southeast Queensland, there's these piccabeen palms, which are there's 10, so I'm going to plant 5 up around here and 5 down there. There's a bit of a gully. That's where I tried transplanting plants the other time and that didn't work. They died eventually, but we'll look at that. So I planted one piccabeen palm here a couple of weeks ago and it's still going, so that was a test run. I'm just trying to plant things around the shadows and where I know they're getting protection from the other plants to make it easier for them. So there it is there. These grow to 25 metres. None of these are small trees. They have these lovely red fruit that fall down. They're rainforest and wet sclerophyll forest palm. So there's 5 in there. I've got 2 lots of ficus fig trees. So there's the big Moreton Bay fig trees. They can grow up to 50 metres high. So there's 4 of them in there. And this scrub fig, or rock fig as it's also called, a bit smaller. These can go to 30 metres. They're kind of a narrow leaf fig, I think. Both of these trees can be epiphytic, so that means they'll grow on the surface of other trees. So I've put some of the a while ago anyway, I put some Moreton Bay figs on some stumps down there and they're still doing well. And I'm going to put some over here as well. They should work, being an epiphyte as well. There's also, is it, no, not that one, there's a thing called a sandpaper fig. Yeah, this one here, sandpaper fig. There's 4 of them over there. They don't grow as epiphytes, so they won't work. Here comes a neighbour. And yeah, so bunya pines. So there's also 4 bunya pines. It's a large. They're not as prickly as they look at this stage. They will become that way. They are another tree native to the area, up to 30 metres in height as well, with big cones here. There's 2 strands of them. One in the bunya mountains, northwest of here, and others up at Cairns. It's quite interesting how we've ended up with 2 strands of them. And for the Aboriginal people, they were very important. There was a bunya nut festival every 3 years up in the bunya mountains, where they'd go up, to a big festival, resolve disputes, feast on the nuts here that they'd cook. So anyway, they're the trees. So I already planted 1 scrub fig in a stump down there, so we've got to do some more of them. These are the Moreton Bay figs. There's the scrub figs here, the little piccabeens there, and these bunya pines. So what we've already got over here, where I've put the cages, I've laid out 4 cages around here. That's where the bunya pines are going to go. So I've got to think about how big the trees are going to get and make sure they fit in with the surrounding trees. Over here is, now this is months ago I planted 2 scrub figs. This one's not doing that well. I'm going to put some shade up around here. He's obviously suffering from too much sun. The other one, which is getting a bit of shade, is doing quite well down there. So yeah, I'm going to just put a bag around here with some cable ties. Interestingly, I came out here a couple of days ago and this was squashed. That post was snapped. Something quite big had come through here and whacked into this at quite a speed, probably a large wallaby, a grey kangaroo even. Now the one piccabeen palm that I have got here, and remembering I'm not trying to, I'm trying to make them a little bit self-sufficient, so I'll give them a bit of water to start with, but they've really got to be able to cope on their own. So I've got to be selective about where I plant them. And here he is here. So I've planted him here. He's going to get a shadow from this tree shortly. So yeah, it's actually been nice growing since I planted it. So anyway, that'll end up 25 metres tall. So I'm going to have a bit of a grove of them here. And make sure we're still recording because I know I'm going to run out of memory soon. The other scrub fig that I planted, this is going back actually, when did we plant these two? Probably about 10 months ago or something actually. Probably around February, March. It's now December, probably I think. So now there's a spot, I don't know if I'll put one here, but that's the kind of thing that I'm putting some of them on, just so they can grow over the stumps. Yeah, this one here seems to be doing better. He's just getting more shadow, I think, in the course of the day. It was a little bit bigger than the other one to start with, but it's developing a lot better. So he'll go there. There's another cage I've put out for the bunya pines. We've got wallabies, some kind of little paddy mullen thing, batons and hares as well. So I'm going to straighten the bend in the cage out. And of course when the trees are small and soft, that's when they really get eaten and it's very hard for them to recover. There's another cage there, so that's where all the bunya pines will be going. And if we go down here, I'll just give you a wrap up. If we go down here, I'll just give you a wrap up of what happened with the ones that I transplanted. Basically it didn't work. The wattles, the acacias have very long sideways roots, so you always end up cutting some of them. They didn't take. The little ferns that I planted, they actually lasted a while. One of them still going, interestingly enough, it was one that was bent and broken. But well, that one's on its way out and the other three have died. I thought they lasted the longest actually. I thought they were going to be fine. So here, that's one of the ones that I transplanted. So it was all experimental. I mean, look, we have got some models going up here. There's just not as much in this paddock as there was in the other. And they're just useful because they're such quick growers. They'll create a microclimate really quickly and help give a bit of canopy to plant other things under. The other thing that I planted was just down here somewhere. Maybe it's even fallen over now, but it didn't live. And the ferns are here. So they didn't make it either. You can see this one here, still green, but yeah, and it's funny because I've got like a whole root ball of them. So anyway, look, it's shown me that the best thing to do here is to put things in out of pots, or just seed them, or just encourage the stuff that's coming up anyway. So earlier I just put, these are the 5 picavine palms I'm going to plant around here. So I'll come down later and put them in. Yeah, just somewhere around here. So I think there's just a little bit of a gully, so there's obviously a little bit more moisture around here, and we'll line them up with some more over that side later. So I'm really just working on this paddock at the moment, but given that I want to make most of this nice and thick and have an open area, I need to also thicken up over this side as well. So that's something that we're going to look at. But anyway, that's where it's at the moment. So I'm going to start planting, and 30 years time will be wonderful. I mean, I hope after like maybe 5 years or something, it's really significantly different. But you know, it's a long thing, so we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, that's it. See ya.